Well, this was a little bit concerning with the new Pastel Velvet. Check out this difference using the same pencil on Pastel Matte and then again on Pastel Velvet. Now, a couple of my Patreon members had found that they've experienced this pencil skipping across the surface on the Velvet. Now, the good thing with 1,600 Patreon members, if there's going to be a flaw, somebody's going to find it. So as you'd expect, I've set about checking out what's happening. I've tested all of my 300 or 400 pencils, comparing Velvet against Pastel Matte. You're going to be really surprised with what's happening. I think I've found a solution as well. Right at the very end, I'm going to give you some information you definitely need to have if you're going to be using Pastel Velvet. So let's jump right in. So was it just that one pencil that had problems? Well, I said about testing all of my pencils, literally hundreds and hundreds of pencils, all different makes. And unfortunately, it's not just that one pencil. And here's a few that I've got from different makes, okay? It does seem to be the harder pencils are causing the main problem. So what I've got on the bottom is the Velvet paper, Pastel Matte on top. You see, some with the Velvet, they just won't make a mark. On the Pastel Matte, not too bad. Velvet on the bottom, look at that. Won't take any of the pastel whatsoever. I can really push hard to the point of pretty much breaking the pencil. Pastel Matte, it does feel hard and doesn't want to go down on there, but it's not like the Velvet. Let's try a Derwent pencil. Pastel Matte, no problem. Velvet, you see it's got that kind of, it's not vibrant at all. It's barely going down again. As I keep going, it's getting worse and worse. Okay, up there. Let's try another pit. Green. Once again, not doing great. Watch this. Sometimes, well, I think it happens all the time, if I put my pencil on the side, pastel lays down. Not brilliant, but far better than doing it like that. Now, also bear in mind with these tests, I've actually done 2 complete videos and drawing lessons, and I didn't even notice this effect myself. So don't think Velvet all of a sudden is useless. You've paid money for Velvet and you're not going to be able to use it. I've got loads of Canson Velvet and I'm definitely going to be using it. Let's look at a bit more testing. Now, as you can imagine, I tried different papers, different colors. And you can see it's doing it there, the same. You may think perhaps I've got a effective set of pencils, but I've got duplicates of lots of my colors, and I tried those out, and they were all still doing the same. So that's that out of the equation. And what I did find is it's definitely to do with the hardness of the pencil, or the makeup of the pencil. There's something in it that's making it not work on the Velvet. Okay, now the thing with the Velvet paper, Velvet and Pastel Matte feel very, very similar. Remember, we don't have the consistency with the Pastel Matte paper. As we go through different colors, the surface feels different. With the Velvet, it's pretty much all feels very, very similar. But even though the Velvet feels like, say, a Pastel Matte dark grey, the Velvet surface, I'm sure, is much more robust, harder, resilient surface. And when you then put a pencil on it that's hard as well, or the makeup of the pencil makes it harder, then it's like skipping on the surface, as you can see. It's almost like drawing on glass, whereas the Pastel Matte will take it. See? So it's a combination. You can't say it's problem, the fault of the paper, really, because most of the pencils work on it perfectly fine. It's just the odd pencil that is not working on it. And seeing it can be, the difference can be quite dramatic. And it's almost like it's getting worse the more you apply it to the surface. I can't tell exactly what's happening, but what I have done is tested all my pencils. I can tell you that the softer pencils like Carbothello are much better than the hardest pencils, which is Pitt. It's not all the Pitt by a long way. It's only a few pencils. There's only a couple of the Carbothellos that are doing it. There's only a couple of the Derwent that are doing it. So what I've done, I've tested them all, as I said. I'll put a link below where you can go, and I've done an actual list of all the pencils. Okay. The thing with Velvet in particular, I think for your underlayers, that's where this is very important. You want to be using a softer pencil for the underlayer like Carbothello, Derwent, Gioconda, and then check that list as well that I've got to make sure you're not using the Pitt ones for the underlayer. Like I said, it's not that many pencils. It's not the end of the world. When you think of all the quality issues we've got with Pastel Matte, the dots, the lines in it, and all that, Velvet, from what I've seen, the quality is substantially better. Okay, so check out that link. Hope you found this helpful. Any questions, any comments? If you found this, please put it in the comments below. And I'll see you all on the next video.